What is going on, guys? It is close to Halloween, so we're going to repair a radio in the dark. No, I just wanted to power this up real quick. So let's see what we got on the bench. Mystery radio. We all know this layout. This is a Ranger radio. It has some little spooky effects to it. Actually, I color change LEDs on this here. It looks like right here we have two LEDs out, but I'm just going through this in the dark for yours and my entertainment. This is kind of cool. So it fades through all the different colors here. And those color changing LEDs. These are just solid red, I believe. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the functionality of it. So this radio here is on the bench, and it is a RCI-2970. And this is a first gen. Let me get the foam out of the way. We have the amp on the bottom here, and doesn't have a switch. It does have some blue on the front of this too as well. This thing's been dolled up a little bit here. But at the end of everything, we're going to add the amp switch and a light, turn it on and off. And I'm going to go over the owner, what color he would like. I also have purple. And I know he mentioned orange, so we're going to talk about what he wants to do there. But yeah, we do have two red LEDs out here. So we're going to have to look at that. But he was talking about functionality of this radio. It was giving off some low AM and FM and transmit, and sideband was fine, but he wants this gone over. It hasn't been used in quite some time. Is actually riding around in his mobile and just wasn't used that much. After he took the antenna off, it just stayed. So overall, for a Gen 1, this is in pretty decent shape. We'll do a full video, just doing a wraparound real quick, and before we get into it. But yeah, overall, well, yeah, this channel knob needs to be cleaned. Of course, he had it vertical mounted on his console, so dust and stuff can definitely get in and cause all kind of issues, especially if you don't use these. Even just spinning this around a little bit a couple of times, especially if you haven't used it in a dusty environment, this could definitely help. See, we're moving through the channel sometimes a little too quickly, so we'll take a look at that as well. But yeah, low AM and all that. We're going to throw it on the bird. Let me just do a spin around after I power this off, just to give it a once over on the video. And of course, this is a Gen 1, so the first set came with the battery in it here. You could see the sun, the way he had it mounted. It was, let me zoom out a little bit here. Well, zoom out, I say. But yeah, he had it mounted so the sun was baking this black off. And that makes sense. If you get an RCI gold version, it's not that. It's just the paint's been taken off by somebody, maybe clear coated, maybe not, or the sun just beamed on it as it was sitting upside down. But in any case, in overall condition, this is good. We have all the screws in it. We have the back, the power cord is in here. It is a little bit loose, but yeah, usually these heavy duty tabs get broken off when it's been sitting in heat for quite some time. But yeah, no other mods outside here, no switches. Usually that's where a power switch goes, but like I had with mine, it's hard to reach when you have to reach behind the radio. We'd rather have it in front, so that's not an issue to do. And that's what we'll do for him. And overall here, yeah, there was a label on it at one point in time, and it's been removed. But came with all the K-screws, all the knobs, everything in good shape. A little dusty, not a problem. Clean that up as we go along here. Kind kind of have a cool little thing I can do with these buttons too to bring them a little bit brighter and whiter. So we'll take care of that as well, just to make sure it's good for him. And I'm hearing the clicks on the buttons here all the way down. That's another good thing to look at. Ooh, up and down seem to be a little soft. You hear that click on these ones, but not on these. So yeah, we'll have to take that apart anyway. Of course, is a version 1, has a RCI-2970 3-volt lithium backup battery, and they got rid of that in the 2nd gen here. Oh, another thing here, and he did point this out to me. See that little pinhole? That's actually the beeper, the keypad beeper. Has been relocated and mounted through a little pinhole here. They probably sandwich it with maybe hot glue or something. So it must have been used in a noisy environment. Of course, he said he bought it used from a truck driver. So it does make sense if you want to hear where the keypad beeps here, or when your mic changes on the top there. But yeah, I've never actually seen that mod done, because the first thing I usually do is take that off and clip it, just so when I use the VFO I can scroll around, not just hear beep beep beeps when I'm doing keypads and everything else. It's just a lot easier when you use the microphone in VFO mode. Any regard, that's not a problem. He said he liked it, so we're going to leave that as well. But we're going to throw it on the bird and get it all set up. But yeah, once over, pretty good shape. So we'll get this on the bird and see what else needs to get done. But yeah, once over, cleaning inside now is definitely going to have to be mandatory, and find out what's going on with those buttons as well. Now we got to get documentation out here. So this is the 2970 that we're working on. Of course, the layout is similar on the 2950. Of course, everything minus the amp and a couple parts inside of it here. But yeah, you'll have 25 watts on upper and lower sideband on the 2950. On the 2970 you'll have 100 watts on upper and lower, 8 watts on CW, 50 watts CW, 8 watts AM FM, 50 watts AM FM. So he's talking about some issues with the AM and FM on that, so we're going to take a look at that too. We've got to get it all within specs there, of course, 100 watts, and we'll peek a little over that too. So let's see what we get out of this radio. We're going to power it up, throw it to that bird. Let's do that. Okay, up for the bird test here. We have a stock microphone that I provided. He didn't provide one. That's not a problem. I have a ton of these laying around, so let's do a power test. We're on AM on a full mic and low power. We should start seeing these meters starting to work. Audio 1 2 1 2 1 2. Audio 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 audio. All right, so we're just dead keying. There is no audio. So exactly what he said. So let's see what we got on upper. Audio 1 2 1 2 1 2. We're not getting anything out of that either. Now, of course, we have the power down. So let's just do AM. Of course, we looked at our specs over there. We know we should be getting a little bit of power out of that. So audio 1 2 1 2. Audio 1 2 1 2 1 2. Well, we do have dead key. And we're not swinging either way of those things. That's not good. So we're getting that on AM. What do we got on sideband? That was the working band from him. Now let's see what we have going on. Audio 1 2. Now we're unkeying. We're putting out a little bit. Audio. 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 We're not doing anything. Okay, so let's go back to the basics. We'll go to PA. I have a PA speaker, an external speaker plugged into the PA jack. Let's see if this mic works. Maybe it's the mic. Audio 1 2, audio check 1 2, audio check 1 2. Well, the mic is working. Let's just go back here real quick. Audio. Okay, there's a little bit of interestingness. So that's what he said. It would work sometimes, not work other times. Let's just do high power on AM, see what we're ending up with. Audio 1 2, audio. Oh boy. All right, so we got some power coming out of this. Now right there, we got a lot of power coming out of that. So that is interesting. We have our audio 1 2, which is about where we want it to be. So I want to find out what's going on here because yeah, we're audio. Yeah, we got PEP audio. Yeah, so we have, sorry, yelling into the mic there, but you know, we're getting our power right now at this point, but that's what he said. So let's just go lower and see what happens. Audio, audio, 1 2, audio, audio. Wow, that peak is you know, kicking at 100 now. Audio 1 2. Now it's not. Interesting. So it's exactly what he said. Intermittent. Sometimes he said he presses on the case. Audio 1 2. And we're putting it over into the corner for right now. On the peak side, audio test 1 2 1 2 1 2. But yeah, it doesn't look like, sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not, sometimes it drops out. Audio, now we're dropped out again. So yeah, that's what he's dealing with. So we're going to go ahead and get inside this thing, and we're definitely going to figure out inside the radio. So let's go in.